On today's episode, we're hanging out with Groovin Nchabeleng, one of South Africa's marketing and advertising guru. Groovin has been around. Hey, he's actually done quite a big things in his career, and I think we're going to be diving a bit into how he got into advertising, his unconventional journey. Groovin runs a company and owns a company called the Blueprint Advertising Group. So stay tuned. Welcome to Culture Code. Groovy, you good?
Thanks, Thanks for inviting me.
Welcome.
Yeah, and don't know whether to say good morning or good afternoon to your viewers.
It depends where you are, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because our viewers are all over the world.
Okay.
So it depends where you are. You can say good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
All of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So good
Beautiful.
stuff. Yeah. Thank you. Cheers. Yeah. So I was talking to Bongani the other day, and I was asking him, and look at the Groovy Joe. Groovin. Is Groovin his real name? What's happening? Is Groovin your real name?
It is. It's a very quite interesting name. Funny enough is that when I grew up, I didn't like it. It's only I started to appreciate the name when I got into advertising.
Okay.
Way back in 1995. And then I started realizing the power in a name.
Mm-hmm.
Advertising will teach you so many things.
Yeah.
But most importantly as well, as it's the name itself, it managed to probably give me that element of distinguish in advertising, that when you speak about grooving in the industry, there's only one.
Yeah.
So I started appreciating that particular name. But if you go back and then you ask my mom, I was born in 1971, before even the Canada Groove.
Yeah. Before even now, the parties, they call them groove. Groove.
Yeah.
Before groove.
Before groove.
Yeah. Only disco then.
So my mom, when I asked her, so why did you pick up this name? He says, no, I read a novel somewhere. And she actually says to me that it means unique. It's a French name.
Oh.
And years later, when I joined the industry way back in 1995, I happened to be at Leo Bennett. My immediate boss was a French lady, Eugene Torrente. And then she also asked me that question.
Yeah.
And then I responded to say that means unique. It's a French name. And he says, no, there's no a name like that in French. So I just left it and started to appreciating the name itself without even trying to question what was in my mom's head when she actually named Groovin. But what I appreciate more is I'm named after my grandfather.
Okay.
And who we are all rooted from Skukune. From the royal family, Groovin Nchabeleng. So when I go to my ancestral land, they call me Setlope Nape, named after my grandfather. So I started appreciating more his name than even the English name Groovin. Because when I went there for, I don't know what it's called, grade 8, but we call it Form 1 at that time, went to a school in Skukune. And when I arrived there, and I'll go to Royal House, and they introduce me, and the next thing, they know my name, and they call me Setlope or Nape, and they will give me, that respect of elderly people.
Of course.
And then I start appreciating this lady name. For me, it says that, look at the people, they, respect the name, or respect me. So I thought that they were respecting me in particularly.
And
no, it has nothing to do with
it's not.
It was the name itself. So the names are very important.
Very important.
They mean, that's why the first question I asked you, it was about the name. I worked on this particular brand at a certain stage, and it was a case study. I can't remember quite clear, but I keep on referring this name called Nova. But it was a car that was manufactured in the US, and I think it was General Motors, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And that particular guide, it was actually for developing world. So I think it was doing well in Brazil, doing well in all these developing countries.
Yeah.
But only in India
that
it was not doing well in this particular community. And they normally do what we call post-analysis and research.
Yeah.
They went to that particular community and researched, and only to find that the Nova meaning in their language, it doesn't move. So the car was not moving.
So the car was not moving, literally.
It was not, because people will not buy something that
doesn't move. Yeah.
So names are very important. Tabs. So it's you need to actually put and research before you can even name any particular product. And it's part of the 4 P's of marketing mix. Product names. It's equally play a very important role as distribution, as advertisement, and the pricing sort of things. If you get the name incorrectly, you might get it right in the market that you are marketing and things originated, but it might be interpreted differently when you take that particular brand globally. So it's very interesting. And advertisement it plays that particular role. When we engage with clients, we will actually try to research and understand
what's in the name.
What is the name? Why this particular name? And the more you start appreciating that name, you will be able to market with ease, with confidence, and then try to come up with a USP. And sometimes USP are in a name.
So Groovy, you are very, I think, in my view, I think someone who's very privileged. I mean, in the ad industry, I think very early on, I mean, your story, I mean, it's been told by different people. You went to overseas, Leo Burnett. I mean, your relationship with Leo Burnett. I think maybe let's just kind of like unpack your relationship with Leo Burnett, and also, I mean, you also became to own shares at Leo. So, I mean, tell us a little bit about your relationship with Leo. How did you get to own shares there? How did you end up at Leo?
If there's only one agency that tomorrow if you wake up and says that which agency do you like to work for? Again and again. I close up my advertising agency, thing that I've been running for the past 25 years. With 100% certainty, I'll go back to Leo Burnett.
Okay.
And the reason why is that it gave me the first break in advertising. I started to understand what advertising is all about. When you read something in theory, and you start, it's a marketing mix like I indicated, then you do all this marketing and you do case studies and sort of things. That we were very fortunate. We were AAA first, probably student when AAA.
So you are as much as how old is
AAA?
Pretty much.
So we were very privileged. So, and what happened is that during school holidays, and then they will place us, or we will actually say that these are advertising agencies. And maybe at that time we were 30, and most of them were global advertising agencies at that time. And then we actually asked, said, you know what, can we come and do in-service training and sort of things? And Leo Burnett was the first one to respond to say, come. And when I worked in that world at that time, and it was during transformation, transition, going through.
Hence I said you are very privileged, because I mean, back then.
So there were no few black people in advertising. So I worked in this advertising industry where it's predominantly white. Probably I was the youngest AE at that time. I get a culture shock. Completely.
So what's happening here?
What's happening here? And told to do, do facts, photocopy and sort of things So you start learning all small little things that you were probably not even exposed to. So that was my first. And then when I graduated from AAA, Leo Bennett says that, you've got a potential, we will employ you.
Yeah, wow.
And I think 3 months after I've been employed, I'm working on SAA account. I mean, it's the story that I normally share. In the status room, the client is there. They're talking about, cabin crew, cockpit, all this aviation or airplane terminologies. Because every industrial sector has got its own terminology.
Yeah.
I have no clue what they're talking about. Cabin crew, carpet and sort of things. And then I think at that time, Ian Bromley, who was the marketing manager or marketing director at that time, then asked the client service director, Kevin Trompt at that time, to say that, tell me, Groovin, have you ever been in a plane before? And naturally, Kevin probably knew that I've never been in a plane. He says, no. Says that, okay, we are busy with the Voyager program. We are launching the frequent flyer program for SAA. That we're now going to New York. I want Groovin to be part of the team.
Sure.
To launch the frequent flyer or Voyager program in New York. Got a call, I think it was a Thursday, to say that I should not report to work on Monday. On a Friday, I should not report. On Monday, I should go to American embassy to apply for a visa, sort of thing, in a week or two. We'll be going to. I think for me, it was a game changer.
So they took you there, just for an experience.
It was two things that they wanted to achieve. One, for me to experience this 747-400 Boeing airplane. What's the product?
What's the big deal with this thing?
What is this big machine? And just to also experience the frequent flyer when they are launching this particular brand program or product. So I was achieving. They were achieving number of things for me to be exposed to this particular brand, and that you don't know because it changed everything. I mean, I'm 3 months
into this
job. So you could imagine what it did. It says that they are professionals who have been working. They've never been
on
in a plane. They've never been overseas. And it was during, like I indicated, our transition in 1995. So it was really quite interesting because, when I joined Leo Bennett after 3 months, and I was in a boardroom, every Monday we'll have status report. And in a junior status, we'll always have a report where what are the activities that need to be done that week in particularly. And they will talk about, cabin crew, antimacassars, lavatory, all this aviation terminology. Every industry has got its own terminologies. And for me at that time, I had
no idea.
We know what you're talking about, And it's when they picked up that, it's going to be difficult. We are asking this guy to market or advertise this particular product, but he has never been exposed to the product. So it's when Ian Bromley, the chief marketing director of SAA at that time, asked Kevin Trompt, who was a client service director, to say, tell me, did Groovin ever been in a plane before? And naturally, his response said, no. He says, you know what, we are busy with the Voyager program, and we are launching the frequent flyer for SAA all over the world. Our next launch is going to be in New York. I want Groovin to be part of the team to fly it or go to the US to launch this particular Voyager program. That on its own, it was another experience for me. It was a game changer. It was phenomenal because for the first time, now I was exposed to this big machine, 747-400 Boeing, and get into that particular plane, business class, have access to the cockpit as well, be with the pilots, and experience how, the pilot, and assistant pilot, and the captain, how they relate and communicate. That experience, it was a game changer.
Yeah.
For me, that's where I said, I think I made a good choice.
Yeah.
This is the advertising.
So now you talk about how you would, if there was one agency that you would go back to, it will definitely be Leo Burnett. So how long were you with Leo?
So I stayed with Leo from 95, 96, 97, 98, towards the end of 98 or towards the end of 97. We lost this big account, SAA. It was probably one of the biggest account at that time for Leo Burnett. So we lost it.
Yeah.
So in advertising, when we lose the account, it's all about retrenchment. And I had an offer at that time to work for this agency called The Agency.
The Agency, I remember The Agency.
And I was, going around, do I go to the agency? Do I stay here? Because, in advertising, you will be a golden boy and everything that you are asking, it's always been given to you. So I was a golden boy.
You're a golden boy, yeah. I know for a fact.
And then they were retrenching people. And I think client service team, they were about, if I'm not mistaken, about 12 of us. So I remember account manager, account executive being called to go to the MD's office, and they all go back, and they come back with retrenchment packages and sort of things. So I therefore says that, okay, I'm going to accept an offer.
Yeah, just
in
the
case. Agency.
Yeah.
And then I accepted the offer.
Yeah.
But I'm told that retrenchment packages is 3 months payment.
Yeah.
So I start calculating. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have this retrenchment package. I won't tell them that I've got an offer. I will take it. And then after taking it, I'll stay for a month at home. Then I'll go and start.
Yeah.
So that was my plan.
Jeez. Yeah.
And plasma screens were in thing. Yeah. And I said, I'm going to buy a plasma screen. Yeah. I'm going to buy this because I was staying in an apartment. Hey, they've called all the client service people, all retrenched, and then they're not calling me.
Yeah, but
and I said, hey.
Yeah,
what's going
on? Now that time you've taken the offer on the other side, yeah.
Hey, and I went and I said to MD, I think it was Crack Garden, and I said, why are you not calling me? Yeah. I don't know. We have decided that we are moving you from this department. You're going to media planning, media buy. I have no clue about media planning, media buy. And Coca-Cola, it was also one of their biggest account, and it says that we are moving you to Coca-Cola account. Yeah, it's just. I was so depressed that I said no. But, they increase, under the circumstances.
Yeah, they give you more money.
They give me more money, and I stay. And I think I stayed for 6 months.
Yeah.
After the DDB came with a good offer that I could not refuse. Yeah. And because at a certain stage, you chase the dollar, You want to move to one agency. Yeah. You think that you've got experience. Yeah. And then I took the DDB offer. We were launching mobile, Sony, at that time DDB. And there's a culture is different. So Leo Burnett, as much as it was Sonnebeck, Murphy, Leo Burnett, named after this giant creative legend, Willie Sonnenberg. But what Willie did, as much as he was one of the best creative directors, he led the agency from a client service point of view to drive the business. So it was creative, but it was driven by client service. We won numerous awards. Agencies like the DDB, the culture, it was different. It was more creative people driving the business, and client service, supporting the client. Then it becomes a different culture. So I could not adjust. Yeah. to that culture, and I stayed for 3 months, and I said, hey,
Yeah.
I called Leo Bennett, I'm going to come back home.
Yeah. They take you in?
They said, no, let's think about it. And as I was they were thinking about it, why not to Esther Johnson and Palma Shabela offered me to work at their own public relation events management company.
Yeah.
And eventually I went to Young and Rubicam. So that was my journey in terms of the industry, going from Leo Bennett, DDB, YNR, a blueprint, and eventually go back to Leo Bennett. Yeah.
So now you go to Leo Bennett. Blueprint was there. Blueprint was not there.
Blueprint was there. Yeah. So advertising is very there's a level of, I wouldn't say ego, but competition to say from a creative.
There's this ego. There's this ego. There's ego in this. There's ego in this thing.
Advertising is a very quite interesting, highly competitive.
Very, very highly.
But egocentric maybe.
And fragile. It's big ego, but it's fragile.
It's fragile.
Yeah. I can ruffle feathers here.
So the most interesting part for me, it was the fact that I after Young and Rubicam, when I joined Young and Rubicam through Esther Johnson and Palma Shabela, and they were also looking for BEE partners. So we were going to be the BEE partners. So while the negotiations were underway, we were going to represent this investment entity that was buying shares at Young and Rubicam.
Okay.
So that we can adjust while the negotiations. So in their mind or in their view, the investment entity they already knew that this transaction is going to materialize. So they started positioning us at various departments at Young and Rubicam. So stay there for almost 9 months. The most interesting part is that we actually formed a team within Young and Rubicam, where we were, also given the responsibilities of business development.
Yeah.
And I led a number of team where we won accounts on behalf of Young and Rubicam. So we end up even paying for our own salaries while we are representing this particular investment entity. When that transaction collapsed, we found ourselves as management that was going to be part of this particular transformation and not having a home. But we therefore says that, hey, you know what, this transaction, Young and Rubicam says that we are offering you a job. You can come, continue because you brought this particular account. And then we said, no, we're going to start our own agency. Then we started the Blueprint Strategic Marketing Communication.
This is who you and who now?
It's me and the gentleman by the name of Pius Masisi and Jerry Mpofani. So the three of us. So I focused on client service. The Jerry and Pius focused on the strategy and planning as well. But what we were offering, it was not advertising. We were only offering what we call strategic solutions. And the market was not ready for
that. I can only imagine.
So, the market wanted full service. So we will do strategy, but it could be once off because, you can develop a strategy, but you will not be able to measure the result.
The result of the strategy.
And then the result of the strategy is based on your creative output.
And now who's hiring you now? Agencies are hiring.
Agencies are hiring.
Oh, not even clients.
But we were also primarily getting work from clients. From Young and Rubicam. From clients, we had at that time it was multi-choice, I think Channel O, it was one of our clients. That business model did not sustain. But to an extent that, we found ourselves to make a call. We that will shop, go back to our respective agencies, or continue with this. But unfortunately, one of the founding members was involved in a car accident, and then left with the two of us, and then Jerry decided to say, I'm quitting and going to Hans Lascaris.
Yeah.
So I was left all by myself. Made a call. Do I close or do I continue?
Yeah.
And then I continued. And fortunately, and we managed to land our first account from an advertisement point of view. So I changed the model. I focus on the creative work. May her soul rest in peace. We brought the lady called Groovin Nchabeleng, who was working for Interbrand Samson, came to help us from a strategic point of view. And then from a creative point of view, we employed the likes of Tati Mukhoro, who came and joined us as well from Blueprint. Our first account, it was National Ports Authority of South Africa. I think that was our first break.
Yeah, and then that was it.
That was it.
The agency was launched.
Now, they officially, from a creative point of view, that TV ad, and I think even if I played today, it still be relevant. That ad was shot way back in 2000. We shot our first TV commercial. Another time, I think it was about 3 or 4 million rand. So you could imagine.
Yeah, had a lot of money then.
It was.
You're bowling.
You could imagine what that thing did,
Yeah.
So we shot that TV commercial. After that, we started winning accounts. Blue Train came on board, Petro USA came on board, and a number of accounts now, and started winning awards.
Yeah.
And then realize, now I'm going to focus on this particular lane. I'm going to build this agency.
Yeah. So now is it deliberate? Because I mean, obviously, I think your first client was public sector, right? And through the years, you've also kind of like picked up a lot of like public sector clients. And for me, in my case, I feel like public sector clients are very difficult. I don't know how you are able to maneuver and really like kill this, because you are killing it. I mean, you've been doing it. You're doing it so very well. I mean, how do you do it? One, and then number two is that also is it your business model to say, nah, I'm just going to focus on public sector. I'm going to leave. Yes, you've done FMCG here and there, but not as much as public sector. Is this your company strategy to say, nah, I'm positioning myself as this. I'm just gonna stay here. Is it?
It is. A very quite interesting question because that was a business model that I followed, and you do a benchmark analysis in advertising to say, do I want to be Hans?
Yes.
And I said, no, I'm going to be Hans. I want to be Ogilvy? No. Do I want to be Leo? No. Do you want to be the agency? Maybe.
Because the agency had your telecom.
I said, maybe. Yeah. Maybe that's the... And reason being is that having worked for big multinational firms, most decisions from FMCG are being done globally. So Coca-Cola will make a decision to say, we're going to work with Hans Lascaris.
Of course,
so Hans is going to work on Coca-Cola
with them for
brand,
10 years. And
globally.
Yeah.
They will, GM, McDonald's as an example was the Leo Bennett account. Where Leo Bennett or where McDonald's it is, anywhere in the world, Leo Bennett will service the account. So it's a global decision.
Yeah.
So you kind of like difficult to penetrate the multinational brands because of international decisions that have been made. That's the first point. The second point that I also equally make that decision that I'm going to focus and stay at home. It was purely based on the fact that sometimes, in most instances, or I would say 60 or 70%, a campaign idea will be generated globally. And then it will be cascaded to various markets. So Brazil will come up with a big concept, and it will work in Brazil. And then they'll say that let's populate this particular concept to all developing countries. Because markets, sometimes the there's some similarities in terms of segmentation and then sort of things. So you adapt a concept that is globally originated, and what you do, you just change.
It's still the case, though.
Yeah.
Jeez. So what are we seeing here? It's
still the case.
Pretty much adaptation.
It's adaptation.
Yeah, that's very controversial. For real.
Yeah. I mean, some of the big concepts, sometimes you'll find a concept originated in South Africa, it's also being populated elsewhere.
Oh, so it's vice versa.
It can be vice versa. So it could be you'll find as creative the directors of this particular account or brand, they are from South Africa. They would develop that concept, and hence we have seen some of the best creative the directors from South Africa, and also equally able to be moved from South Africa to lead a creative agency globally as well. So it's purely based on that.
So it's that's that homegrown mantra that you go with.
So the local accounts give you that flexibility
to move.
You adapt.
But the Groove is government. Government, do they allow you? But how does it work there? Do they allow you to say, do your thing, or how does it work there? I mean,
I think what happens, clients trust the agency that they have employed.
To say,
okay, we entrust you. You are an expert, so lead us. And I've seen a number of campaigns, and I one of the most famous ads that South Africa has produced for state-owned entity, more Mhlobo Wami of Telkom, that the agency produced, even till today.
I saw it recently. They are incorporating it in their marketing somehow.
It's still relevant. One of the ads that got my signature during 1995 or 1995. Apologies. You take, for instance, in design, Bafana design for SAA.
That was you.
We were working with a team with Dennis Mashable at that time, while I was at Leo Bennett. And you also have campaigns such as at Feel It is here, that I had the privilege of working on.
No, I know. The 2010
World Cup.
And how do you get that one? How do you get the 2010, that piece of work? So this is now with Blueprint.
You pitch. I mean, you pitch for state-owned entity. Time and again. It's Telkom. It's Brand South Africa.
I mean, they know you.
No.
It doesn't work like that.
One other thing is that when it comes to state-owned entity or any particular brand, so you put us in front of a client and we pitch, I will eat you alive.
Yeah? Okay.
No.
That's your game.
No, we'll take you head on. And that's what, in most instances, that I enjoyed. So don't even, I always say to most people, don't even shortlist us. I think the best thing is to...
I know you guys, every time when, I know for a fact. I mean, I was with one agency, a few agencies that went against you. They never stood a chance.
No. We'll eat you alive. We will. And I have learned that craft, is that, when you work for multinational agencies and you see how they prepare for a pitch, when they go out for the pitch, and you are part of that, and things that they need to tick, and the level of investment they put on the pitch, then you start appreciating. That pitch is not a pitch. It's a business on its own. I mean, when accounts are being pitched, especially global, they will put a team separately
for that.
Work on this pitch, nothing else. So when you work for multinational, you start appreciating.
They have money to do that, because I mean, small shops, you don't have that. You don't have that. We don't have that. What is this? We don't have a luxury to do that. You know what I mean? You don't have
I agree. I mean, I remember at a certain stage, there was an account that we lost.
Yeah.
And I thought that, you know what, we did our best. There is no way. So we know the CEO of that particular entity. It was a state-owned entity.
Yeah.
The, country brand.
Yeah.
We wrote and complained. And then they wanted to be exposed to see what went wrong. And they called us.
Yeah.
And then says that, okay, fine. You know what? And I still appreciate that. You know what the CEO did? He took us a presentation, gave us this is your deck. This is the agencies. There were about 4 of us that shortlisted. And says that, here is the presentation. Pick. It was a global agency.
Yeah.
And then I said, I know. That presentation, it was proper. It was proper.
So he was saying you must pick what now?
I don't know. I'd pick up the agents where you are in my shoes.
Yeah.
You are the CEO.
You are the CEO, yes.
And then I've got your presentation is here.
Yeah, and I got 4 other presentations.
I've got 3 other presentations.
Yeah.
Amongst the 4 agencies that have been through, this is our presentation. Yeah. You are the CEO.
Oh, you are in my shoes.
You are in my shoes.
Yeah.
Choose the agency.
Even if
you choose Blueprint, it's fine.
It's fine. Choose. But then also you have to explain. Well, go through all these other ones and let me know. Yeah.
And let me know.
Yeah.
And I choose the agency that he have chosen.
Oh, shucks. Did you know that he had chosen that agency?
No. By that time, the announcement.
They already announced. Then you understood why.
And then I understood why. That also gave me a level of confidence to say, I don't need to take certain things for granted. I need to prepare.
Yeah.
Prepare and put so much resources in a presentation.
Yeah.
Because that's a reflection of, even if it's a team of people that have to make a choice. When they looked at it and says that, but there's no way we can deny this agency. Yeah. So it's like I said when I started earlier, that advertising it's a highly competitive industry, but fulfilling.
I think yes, it's very competitive industry. I have an issue with advertising industry. I mean, I've played in the industry myself. I still play here. But I have an issue with the industry is not transformed. The industry is still very white. And I know you guys, you are a member at MacChatter, you guys are at Banner. There's all of these entities or all of these organizations that are really trying to kind of like move this needle to for the industry to be well balanced, because it's not balanced. I mean, we have a lot of, the consumer is black. Right, but the industry is white. How do we fix that? With your experience and how you've played, well, for you it was a little bit easy. The Groovy, you are a poster boy.
It was not an easy. I'm kidding. It was not an easy thing. It's not an easy journey.
Yeah.
I've probably think that it's much more easier now compared to what it was in 1995 or where we come from as advertising industry. And I remember at a certain stage, I think industry has employed close to about 7,000 professionals.
Yeah.
And at a certain stage, only 20% out of that 7,000 were, coming from African.
So what's that number?
At that time, I'm talking to you about 20 or 30 years ago.
Oh, shucks.
But we'll be releasing a report now through Marketing, Advertising, Communication Sector Code, where it give us a true reflection in terms of the status of our transformation in the industry. And it's very important to check that now and then to see how far we come from as a nation to transform this industry. And what we are saying correctly, the 80%, 90% of the consumer is black.
Yeah.
The industry is not transformed. And because it's well protected By the way, it's well protected, this industry.
Yeah.
And how it's been protected is protected globally. So for like I indicated, decisions are made. It's easy for South African tourism, Brand South Africa, Telkom, to say we're going to look for a local advertising agency. These are the criteria that they are looking for. However, it's not going to be easier for Coca-Cola to make that decision because the decision is made globally. And then they will look for Ogilvy.
Yeah.
They will look for Hans. You will pitch all this big multinational firm. They will pitch for that particular account. And like I indicated, once decision has been made globally,
that's it.
That's it. So they have no probably obligation to actually transform unless the client of Coca-Cola South Africa says, in my account, these are the people that I need.
Yeah.
And sometimes most clients, they do that. My account is, this product is being consumed by, majority of the society, Black people. So I want the entire team to actually be represented by Black people. And it happens.
But I mean, how often does that happen? Because in my view, it seems like it doesn't happen quite often, that thing. Yeah.
It doesn't happen quite often, but it's our responsibility as MAC sector. It's our responsibility as Bana to push transformation until we get it right. And we will.
What exactly are you doing at Bana?
So Bana is to actually be able to bring all these agencies, especially that are local, 100% Black owned, to compare notes and share and start influencing policies towards transformation. And ensuring that, and how do we do that? We will submit our case to the entities like marketing, advertising, communication sector code to say that this is in terms of the sector and this is what we see and envisage that it needs to be included so far as the sector code is concerned. We will try to influence it. We'll go to Competition Commission to say that this agency has been handling this account for 8 years.
For 8 years, of course.
I mean, it's anti-competition. And please try to influence it. We will do that, and we are busy doing that. We'll go to DTIC and then try to also ensure that they come with legislation but that will favor the local agencies. So it's a advocacy group, but bringing together, share ideas, and see how we can influence those particular legislation to favor the local advertising.
And are you winning?
We are getting there. It takes time to change. It takes time to policies.
How many agencies do you have there?
More than 50.
More than 50 agencies. Like solid agencies. Not startups.
Solid agencies. I would say probably 10, 15 that has been probably in the same year's operation with Blueprint, more than 25 years. But majority of them are, upcoming agencies. And that we also share some notes to say, hey, when to do this, don't do this. Don't do that.
Because the reason why I'm saying this is that, because there's an issue also, because of these big multinational agencies, they will say, or clients rather would say, no, but these guys are small. They can't carry 100 million rand, account. So we need solid. Hence, I'm saying, are these big agencies or are these small agencies?
They are big and small.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna mention her name. I pitched for Brand South Africa.
Yes.
At that time, it was International Marketing Council.
Yes.
Their account.
Yeah.
The CEO at that time, it was Yvonne Johnson. Whom I respect. They've got a personal relationship with.
Yeah.
As a friend, and I pitched for that account. We lost that account.
Okay.
We didn't get it.
Didn't get it. Yeah.
It was during the transition where Alive with Possibilities. If you still remember that campaign.
Yes.
We wanted that account so badly as Blueprint. We didn't get the account.
Yeah.
Go back to Yvonne and say, hey, Yvonne, what were the reasons why we were not awarded? And then he says, no, you ticked all the boxes.
Yeah.
Your creative work, it was spot on.
Yeah.
Everyone says, but there was only one hurdle, challenge. Brain South Africa it's an international marketing. Yeah. So we wanted an agency that can be able to communicate the message of the country globally. We didn't have a footprint.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ish.
And it was, the irony is that it was not part of the criteria.
It was not in there.
It was not there.
Oh, wow. So would you say it's now like a...
That was 2005.
Yeah.
Fast forward. So I had the privilege of working on Brand South Africa. And at that time, it was during the also transition where we came, they were moving from Alive with Possibilities but to inspiring new ways. But part of the responsibility to address the issue of fragmentation so far as messages is concerned, especially from different entities, anything that is going to be represented or be communicated to the outside world. So they came up with a brand architecture, and that particular brand architecture, it was going to be populated to all different entities, including Brand South Africa, South African Tourism Investment SA. So if you look at the new identity and that Brand South Africa created vis-a-vis the old one, it was in line with tourism and the Gauteng tourism, Limpopo tourism, and all of them. One architecture, a kind of like a monolithic approach so far as the branding is concerned. And then came up with aligned, inspiring new ways. And even if ever you have to market from tourism point of view, what we do, we inspire in different ways. And the idea is that we were a beacon of the world where we do things differently. We actually take our culture, our ways of doing, and we inspire the world. But in terms of how we do certain things. You remember during World Cup, issue of the vuvuzelas, different things that we shared with the world, and that's what uniquely makes South Africans. Inspiring new ways, is it still relevant? Brains evolve, and I think it's probably high time where they probably have to relook at that. And if it's still relevant, let it be so. But I think it's a high time, but to actually say that do we keep this particular the tagline to communicate to the rest of the world, or do we need to come up with something differently?
So the Brand South Africa, it's a sickly one right now.
It is.
It needs to be. It needs a doctor.
It needs the doctor.
It needs to be checked.
It needs to be checked. That's why we're having national dialogue to check where are we as a country. And I'm a champion, I'm an advocate of national dialogue. And because things will be ventilated. And it's going to make sure that the South Africans take ownership of that. And out of taking the ownership of that, whatever things being communicated thereafter, the ownership is going to be, we participated. So it's very important South Africans participate on the national dialogue.
Now, the other parts, because I can hear that you are pro the national dialogues. A lot of people have a lot of things to say about the national dialogues. Now, I think let's talk about the negative things that have been happening. Things like the Madlanga Commission. That's a negative. How do we come out of that? I think or is it also part of? And I know you are not government. But I think just as someone who has once worked on the Brand South Africa, who understand how these things are done, you can,
So, funny enough, whether it's a country brand, whether it's a product, whether it's any particular product, there are certain things that you need to look at. From the intrinsic values of the product, and what are the ingredients of that particular And you might find that as much as people, they buy in this particular ingredient, but there are certain ingredients that people says that, this is not, doesn't work for me. So as a product developer, you need to say, relook at that and come up with something that is quite relevant. So some of the product ingredient, they will be able to react negatively or positively towards that. And that's why now the Department of Health is checking, and there's a campaign, check your labels, know what is in a label. That's the intrinsic values of a brand or a product. And then you've got the extrinsic values, which is the emotional connection. So any product goes through that. So we are not insulated as a country to say that we will not go through those particular challenges. And let's go and say, what are those particular challenges that the country is faced with? Fix them. And so that when you go and market this particular country, at least you know that you are addressing those particular things, and that may be perceived as negative. And we sometimes being harsh to ourselves as a country. We are still a new democracy, and we are also learning. There are certain countries, it took them 200 years to actually get their act. I know we don't have that luxury in terms of the next coming 200 years. But how will the world look like in 2050? How will advertising look like? How will the country look like? What are the trends in the market that we need to grapple and able to make sure that we adapt as a country to make sure that we are able to accommodate those particular trends? 200 years ago, commodities were the most important thing. Countries were, stockpiling gold, diamonds, because that was the most important valuable items that changed the GDP of any particular country and currencies. And what is it that now is quite relevant? That will be relevant, that you see that is dominating the world. AI. So now two superpowers are fighting in terms of AI. Who's got a better patent? Who's got this particular, it's the world that we're going to live in. And where are we as a country in terms of the AI development? That is actually changing. And by the time when people, we will be catching up. We don't need to catch up. We need to make sure that we participate right now
and we are
as
not.
a country. And we are not.
We are not participating.
We are consumers.
That's a problem. A big one.
A big one.
So I think let me challenge you a little bit, because you just now spoke about how we are a young democracy, right? And I've often had a lot of people talk about a young democracy. Guys, no, I think, look at Rwanda, for instance. Rwanda, it's also a young democracy, right? It's also a young, after genocide, what happened to them, and now they came back strong. When you go to Rwanda, it's clean, things work. They've sponsored the biggest soccer teams in the world. You visit Rwanda, they really are visible on the globe. And I'm not saying South Africa is not visible. It is visible. But I think, and the reason why I was asking you this question in particular is because as someone who's played in the brand South Africa, aspect of things, or whatever, how I may put it, we are not doing a good job. And you are saying Rwanda, you are saying South Africa is a young economy. Rwanda we are 30 years, they are 20 years plus, and we are 30 years plus. But I think if you look at those two countries, Rwanda seems to be doing, there's something right that they are doing that we are not doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are a very democratic.
So I think let's leave we are a young economy.
No, we are a democratic country.
Yeah.
We had Nelson Mandela as a president. We had Thabo Mbeki as a president. We had Kgalema Motlanthe as a president. We had President Zuma as a president. We are now having Five. President.
And Rwanda have only had how many? Had only the Kagame and, you know.
One.
So now the problem is what? The problem is these guys who are coming in. They're messing up.
We are a democratic country.
Oh, as opposed to them, they are.
We are a democratic country.
Okay. So they are what they are.
I don't know, but we are a democratic country.
Dictatorship vibe.
We do things according to the constitution.
But you say democracy doesn't work.
Democracy works. Yeah. It's the implementation part.
Yeah.
By the way, we've got the best policies as the people who, it's like an idea. You can come up with the best creative concept in advertising.
Sure.
And I always try to relate to advertising because that's my craft. That's the only thing that I know.
Yeah.
So you can come up with the best creative idea. Yeah. And I've seen that.
Yeah.
You see a TV commercial and you say, this is
good.
Beautiful idea. But the execution of it was done incorrectly. And somebody will take the similar idea, execute it, and you say, oh, wow. Same idea. So we as the country, we've got probably one of the best policies. But the implementation part of it is what we are grappling with.
Yeah. Hey, you are a patriotic guy.
No.
You are a true South African.
Yeah. So it's like the name. You can do so much in the name.
Yeah.
Somebody give you a name, and I always say to me, give me any particular name. Put money behind it.
Yeah.
You'll see what we'll do with that name.
Yeah.
And you'll find, you take Google, Yahoo, and Google is a search engine. It's a technology, but it was it has been existing for how many years?
Many years, yes.
No.
Google
is not more than 50 years. It's not been more than 3 years.
Okay. I don't know, yeah.
So, but it's one of the biggest brand.
Yeah.
Because it looked at the problem. It provided the solution.
Yeah.
A search engine.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to Google you. So we rely on Google to actually check certain things.
So much, yeah.
So it's become part and parcel of our daily occurrences in life. So things evolve with time. And that's why AI, and in advertising, some of the things that we are struggling with. And while we are still struggling with social influencers, for instance, because, advertising is a science. You give us a budget, you give us 20 million rent, we'll say that, okay, fine. In order to reach this particular market, we will split the budget in this area. We'll put it in radio, TV, print, billboards. Yeah. And then there will be a certain percentage. Yeah. And then after that, we'll do what we call post-analysis in terms of the effectiveness of the campaign. And that will give us the results if we have reached our intended consumers.
Is that what you guys are doing with, is it dropped?
Yeah. So I'm just showing it, demonstrating any point. So we can measure it, by the way.
Yeah.
Those 4 media platforms, we can be able to easily measure them. Then there's another invention that comes. Yes, internet. Yes, Facebook. Yes, TikTok. Yes, this online. And then while we are still grappling with online advertisement, voila, social media, social influencers.
Yeah.
And then we are still finding out, we said, okay, fine. How do we actually bring the social influencers into advertising mainstream so that we can measure their impact? We are still struggling with that. While we are still struggling with social influencers, AI comes.
We're always playing catch up.
So we are always trying to catch up, with what's happening from a global perspective as advertisers. And by the time when we are trying to get things right, something new has come.
Do you think? What do you think about social media influencers? Do you think they should be incorporated into advertising?
You can't run a campaign now without social influence.
Yeah, but I'm saying no. Yeah, so I'm saying because a lot of you guys, advertising guys, have been saying they must be hired. Do you hire them or you keep them as independent? And I for one, I don't agree with them being hired within agencies. They should be independent, and then you guys go. I don't know. You
Can I tell you something that is shocking? They will be irrelevant as well. Social influencers.
For real?
Yeah.
When is that?
Not even now. Next 3, 4, 5 years.
For real?
You know what?
Why?
There will be AI social influencers.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah.
So we will be competing with which social influencer, which is
robotic.
good looking, is robotic.
Even,
Will have 80 million followers. The brands will create their own social influencers. It will be part and parcel.
Yeah.
So those one that are still enjoying the social, they must, not even be mindset and be not even careful. But the reality is that the AI social influencers are coming, and they're going to come in already. I mean, the 3 or 4 globally, they've got close to about 5 million followers.
And then how are you guys utilizing social media? Social media influencers or creators? How are you guys working with them? Because I do know that you guys have a division in your group that works with social media influencers or creators. How are you guys working with them?
Oh no. It's part and parcel of any particular campaign. There is no campaign that you launch without digital or social influence. It's part of deliverables. Because if there's a touch point and you want to reach a certain number of audiences, you have to incorporate.
Do you want them to be part of? Do you want to hire them internally at Blueprint?
No. They are independent. You can't even sustain them. Because, and hence I'm saying that brands, what they will do now in the future, they will create their own social influencers, which are robotic, and they will just feed them with information, and then they will create the way you are, and change things then and there, and then you will have your own followers.
So is this part of your plan with Blue Cloud? Because I mean, I know you play a lot in AI as well. So is part of the plan? It's part of the. So you want to replace?
No, I'm not saying it's already being replaced.
You want to.
It's being replaced. The social influencers are being replaced. It's not me. The AI is replacing them. It's like I've seen 2 or 3 ads, good ads, that are AI generated, done by 2 big multinational brands, that they did not do any particular shoot or production. Everything is AI.
That's something. But now are you? And now because Mark Zuckerberg also came recently to say advertising. Clients don't even have to look into the advertising route. He can actually do 10 key solutions for brands, for clients. What do you think? Do you think he's on the money?
No. Let's say he's on spot. Because now you buy a TV set, a plasma screen. It's already loaded with advertisement. Are you aware? There are certain brands that, so you can go to, for instance, LG and says that, I want to, so the TV sets that they are selling, they can load advertisement on the TV set, and you can watch the ads on LG that I don't have to so you place, they've got a technology that they can be able to do that.
Sure.
You will have a fridge, and that fridge will be able to an AI shopping. It will be able to say that you are short of A, B, C, and D, and it will not even tell you. It will actually order on your behalf. True. And then the next thing you just see the delivery at the gate, and then because of so hence I'm saying is that that's the world of the future. That's what superpowers are developing. Where are we as a country?
Now I want us to talk about awards. We have the Luries, we have Creative Circle, and you guys at a blueprint as a group. You don't really play much in that space. I mean when end of the year, blah blah. I don't see you there. Is it a deliberate move for you?
It was a deliberate move.
Yeah,
we did that purely because of what we believe in is that we don't have the luxury of creating those particular ads just to win the lures. We're looking at a deliverable so far as the brand is concerned.
So are you saying the guys who are doing that are just doing
creative lures? I mean, I happen to work for Leo Bennett, and we know very well that you must look at the Super Bowl ads.
Yeah.
There's money that is being spent there.
A lot of money, yeah.
A 30-second TV ad or spot at Super Bowl can cost close to about 500 million.
Yes.
And you must...
It's just flighting, just to flight. Yeah.
Just flighting.
Yeah.
But the most interesting part is that it happens every year. So agencies globally, especially in the US, they will brief an agency, client will brief an agency to only work on Super Bowl ad for the whole year. So as we speak now, the agencies, you saw the Super Bowl ads, probably it was in February, March. There are agencies that they are working to develop an ad for the whole year.
That one spot.
A lot of money is being invested in that. And because of the number of audiences, there are people who will watch and do on television ads, on television during Super Bowl, just only for adverts. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
So advertisement plays a very important role because it changed mindset and perception of a brand, and it built a brand. So yes, there are certain a number of brands that they have won awards, so far as their creativity for those particular brands.
Yeah.
Especially insurances or banks, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we are not chasing you.
But I mean, are you not just entering your best work? I mean, sometimes yes, you are not chasing that, but I think, are you not just going to say, okay, this is my best work, I'm gonna enter this work for the Luris or Creative Circle and all of that. And I'm saying this because I know because you are one of the 100% owned black agency, and in all of these things, and it's very the representation of black agencies in these platforms, these awards, it's close to nothing, So yeah, and as much as I hear your views to say you don't have the luxury for that. And I know it's money, but I mean, sometimes we just like, I'm going to take this is my best work and I'm going to put it there. And, do you not think maybe there's a thing there?
I am safe to say to you about the Luris. You have to be intentional.
Okay.
You do your work in order to make sure that you win an award. It has to be intentional. We are not intentional. We are more solution driven in terms of the brief that we get and able to make sure that we respond according to the client's need. And you safe to say that when you started this particular conversation with me, you say that I specialize on state-owned entities. Yes, indeed. And it doesn't give you that level of flexibility. But we do. I mean, we won the best agency of the year at early this year or last year for Sasol Rewards. The Sasol is one of our clients. We did so much for Sasol Rewards and in packaging, in running and growing that particular rewards with ads like Big Zulu and sort of things. So we do that.
Yeah.
We enter best work, but only with a certain brands.
Yeah. So is it safe to say you guys are literally after the effectiveness of advertising?
We are literally after the effectiveness of
because some of these ads that you guys are doing here, Well, and I'm saying you guys as an industry, some of the ads that I see out there, yeah, they are just like something else. Hey, they like, it's just like, okay, you're like, huh? This doesn't even speak to me. I don't understand. This ad is supposed to be for me. A certain brand. This brand is like it's supposed to be, this is the brand that I consume actually. But they're not speaking to me at all. They're not addressing my issues, nothing. You know, so
No, I agree with you.
yeah. So you are about effectiveness.
We are about effectiveness.
Yeah. That's lovely. But then you should enter then. If your work is effective, then you should just say, yeah, this is my best work. Then I'm going to put it in there by creative cycle. Unless if maybe you
No. I think we are deliberate.
Yeah, you are deliberate. No, I got you. I got you. Yeah.
We are deliberate.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. Yeah. So are you a chief or what? Are you a king? Because in the beginning you spoke about how your uncle?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather you are named after your grandfather. And who's a king or a chief?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather was a king.
Yeah, I was a chief.
Was a chief.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you work with chiefs now.
Yeah, I work with chiefs.
So what's happening? Do you want to now go?
No, I think what a number of the chiefs, what we have identified is that level of dependency for the chief and royal houses on their communities for their own livelihood, and equally so on government. But yet they've got this land that it's a communal land, and they are not using that land quite effectively. So what we did is that we brought them together, created this particular investment, and able to streamline the certain things so far as business is concerned, assist them so that they can be able to be independent and use the land quite effectively from agriculture, from malls, from the development, even including housing as well. And then able to say to them that, you can actually ensure that you build this particular people, they come there, you give them a stand, they build a house, they can be able from a commercial point of view, bond that particular house, but without the land to create that particular 99-year lease. So we are assisting the various chieftains.
So you're not trying to be a chief?
No. I think there are people who have that particular responsibility. We will advise and then assist them in ensuring that they commercialize their land and able to end a decent living out of that particular.
They get a lot of money, those guys. I mean, because those guys they get given subsidized or something by the government. They get money, right?
Hence, I'm saying that the dependency on government and the communities that they serve, but that they should be able to say, we can be able to sustain ourselves. That's what we're doing.
Okay, that's good. So the Royal Bafokeng guys, you work with them?
We learned so much from them in terms of how they have run their businesses. We compare the notes in terms of how they've actually created this most powerful investment that is benefiting the people of the Bafokeng or people of the Northwest as well.
Yeah, so that's a nice one, though, hey?
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Yeah, it's a nice one. It's like, wow. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. It's in Ali that thing. There's money there. Yeah.
But I'm doing that, assisting my uncle who's a chief, and I'm doing it, volunteering my time as well. But what makes me to wake up in the morning is this.
Yeah, advertising. Yeah,
I breathe, eat, live advertising. And it's within me. Yeah. My hobby. I always say to people, I don't even see it as work. It's just a hobby now.
Yeah, I know. I can out like that. I can see. I mean, you the only multinational brands.
Yeah.
So you guys, what do you? So you guys develop brands.
Develop brands.
Yeah.
And I develop number of brands. When you have developed and you have worked with so many people, and we have seen that we are able to take a brand from nowhere and develop it to become this big brand. And I said that, if I have that skill, why don't I develop my own brand? And that's when Koni Multinational was established.
So now, how does it work? So, how's Koni? Do you the brand Koni, the cosmetics? So it's her brand, and how do you fit in there? Because I know there's you have involvement in that. So how do you fit in?
So when I was the chairman of Leo Bennett, I was the chairman of Publicis and also Sachi and Sachi. We created this particular entity called MMS.
Okay.
So, and I was the chairman of those three entities. Including Publicis. Publicis, one of their biggest brand, it was the P&G and the client Garnier. The Koni was the face of Garnier.
Okay.
And now and then, for the first time, we decided that in terms of the packaging, we will even use a face on the packaging of Garnier. And now and then, when we flight ads for Garnier, the sales will, because we will be able to monitor that. And she was still a fifth generation. And when I sold my shares back then, and then I was focusing on Blueprint, and I said to myself, I need to actually, like I indicated, take some of my skills and develop my own brand. And it's when I approach her. Says that, let's create this particular entity, and then we'll do it, 50-50. I'll focus on building it from naming, developing as a brand architect, as well, and listed in various retail outlets. So we did that, but she was still the face of Garnier, and then she says that, okay, fine. And at that time, we were paying her quite a substantial amount of money, but I said to her, now I can afford you, but what we will do is that we will, in return, you'll be part of the ownership of this particular brand. And that's what we did. We launched it 2014, won numerous awards as a new Come of the Year, especially in ShopRite. Fought with Nivea. It took us to court.
Oh, for what now?
For color blue.
Oh, shucks.
With the icon, the splash. They're saying that splash is their icon.
Oh. Is that why? Because that brand kind of like, took a back seat for some. That was what was happening. Wow. Jeez. You had it first,
and then we lost it to Johannesburg High Court.
You guys lost.
They've got.
They got money. They got deep pockets.
Deep pocket. So we went to the Supreme Court. Lost it there as well.
Wow.
And they were tipping, and then supposed to take it to the Constitutional Court. And I said, hang on, it's fine. We'll rebrand. And then we can't afford to fight on the color blue. So we rebranded again. So we just relaunch it now. So it's in most outlets.
So it's take a lot. I saw it on Take a Lot.
Amazon and stuff.
So it's not in retail.
It is there. It's there.
Like
it's clicks.
ShopRite,
Checkers, and Spa. So it's going.
So now is it still? So it's just Koni, or it's Koni Ferguson? Because I'm not too sure. Because I don't know. Is it just Koni or Koni Ferguson?
It's Koni.
Oh, just Koni.
The name called Koni. That's the brand.
Oh, okay. Previously, it was just Koni.
It was Koni.
Oh, it has never been Ferguson. Ferguson was the film. Oh, okay.
No, Ferguson is something else. So it's Koni. And competitors will be the likes of Claire, including also perhaps Nivea and sort of thing. But the cosmetics industry is something else.
Something else. But now, so does it mean that if I have a brand, are you guys open to saying someone has a brand, a small brand, can come up to you and say, hey, I have this brand because you guys have helped Aus Koni, or you work with Ausconi to build this brand, we would like to, or pitch to you guys, or to say, we would like your help to take this brand to another level. Are you open?
Yeah. We're open to that.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to come to you. I got a few ideas. I got art. I got art. I got stuff. I got stuff. But anyway, okay. That's
so that's what we do. And I mean, there are a number of, and for me, that's what we wanted to see. South African brands being developed that are authentic, they are South African, that they can be taken to the rest of the world. Whether it's Amapiano, whether it's sneakers, to drip, we want to see that. South African brands, because that's the only way that you grow the economy of any particular country. Yes, we are consumers, but we should be driven, have the mindset to say, not only that we are consumers, we are manufacturers.
So I think on BEE outlook, so I think from where you started, yes, it was not easy, and fast forward to now. How does BEE look? I think the outlook of BEE now, do you think it's working, or how is it working now, I think, compared to when you started?
The fact that we are running this organization called BAN, Black Advertising Network Association, that was launched 2-3 years ago. The fact that we are sitting with more than 50 members, it's quite phenomenal.
Okay.
The fact that 20 years ago or 25 years ago when we started as Blueprint, there were only close to about 4, and I can name them 4, 100% Black-owned advertising agency. It says a lot that, 25 years ago we are sitting with more than 50. And we also equally started a small, medium enterprise. That we can, safely say, we are medium, large agency, because we can compete with the large agencies, and that they've got a global footprint head on. That should say something. That the reason why, it's because of the environment that able to ensure that Black agencies are able to be created and try to able to sustain themselves. For vis-a-vis 50, it's a progress. And the reason why they are taking advantage of the legislations that they've been created in South Africa as far as the BEE is concerned. And if you look at some of the advertising agencies, whether they are small or medium, some of them, they partner with the large advertising agencies, because it's part of the prerequisite of some of the brands to say, that I want you as an enterprise development to bring small advertising agencies to work with you on this. So there are legislations that this big multinational firm, that if the legislations were not there, they were not going to transform. So the government, yes, it's, the policies are there, like I indicated, it's more around the implementation, but with the MAC sector code, we will be able to ensure that we accelerate, we implement transformation to ensure that it's able to sustain, able to transform. But the most interesting part, what I have noticed and seen in the past 10 years, so far as the emergence of these particular Black agencies that are coming, most of them, they are getting into something like I indicated, that we are still grappling with, especially old school, is social media. So I've seen emergence of social media agencies, young executive, young creating a digital agencies, and making sure that they come up with a solution around that. But also what we call it. We used to call it activation.
Yeah.
But it has changed.
Yeah.
Slightly different. It's experiential marketing sort of things. During our days, and while I was at Leo Bernard, the biggest thing, it was also direct marketing.
Yeah.
Direct marketing, it's when, you post, sell, those things it's app. It's not direct marketing, it's app.
Yeah.
It's social media. So social media is, digital have changed the outlook of the industry, perhaps. And the people who are taking advantage of that is the emergence of the young generation, which are actually in the forefront of doing that.
Okay. So you have a lot of them within
No. Especially as Barnum, and then as well from Blueprint as well. That's why we have created a Blue Eye AI. That's where it's at. If you come to our offices, it's only I think the youngest the oldest employee there is probably 30 or 34. But it's young people. And because, but the agility, flexibility to do all sorts of things on social media. Born before technology.
But you seem to understand it quite well. I mean, you're a big advocate for it anyway.
No, because if you don't adapt,
you die.
You die.
Yeah.
You don't want to be coded.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Yeah. Is there something there? Nothing? Yeah. Think time. Yeah. I always get like this problem. When we get to the end. But because I know that I should have asked him about this. No, and then I don't sleep. But thanks, Mr. Nchabeleng, for joining us. Nice conversation. I really appreciate you pulling up. What do you think of our studio? You think we cool? What do you think of the art? Do you love art?
I love art. It's beautiful. You can't be in creative industry without appreciating art because it's subjective. It's open for interpretation. It's how you interpret it. And you always try to figure out what was the intention of the artist when he crafted this particular. It's a beautiful piece of work. Seeing that the way that you are dressed, you are not even afraid of colors.
No, I'm not. I'm not afraid of color at all.
Certain people who I'm afraid of color, but I embrace it. But And
if you can see here, it's words there. I'm sure. What word can you pick up there?
Free.
There you go. Yeah.
Is it feel or feel? Feels like
it's subject to your own interpretation.
Okay. It feels like So So it's home as well. So it's very quite interesting. The creativity for me, it's always subjective. But I appreciate there's nothing more than what I've worked with the best creative directors, best talented, black, white, and I appreciate this particular craft with all respect. Because you sometimes ask yourself, well, this guy was smoking.
True.
Probably he smoked something
very strong.
Very strong to come up with something like this. But that's the beauty. And I want to see AI able to compete with a human being to come up with those particular creative ideas. And if AI is able to beat that, and then I'll say that AI is the future.
I don't think AI is going to beat the human being, but it's open for debate. A lot of people talk about how actually AI is going to be. Well, I suppose. Machine learning eventually. It will get there. But I think I always say AI does not have feelings. It has never been in a room where the child was being delivered. It has never fallen in love. It does.
You know that there are coaches on AI as well.
Coaches. In what sense?
So you'll have a coach that you normally talk to, and then he will be able to respond and say that, okay, fine. Like, for instance, you are working for me, and you know that tomorrow we've got a discussion around salary increasement. And then he says that, hey, you know what, Coach Thomas.
Yeah.
How do I approach this discussion?
Wow.
And the coach will tell you, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Groovin, approach him like this and this and this and this. So quite scary.
It is very scary.
Okay.
Jeez, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Nchabeleng, thank you very much for joining us. I mean, I really appreciate this, you pulling up here. Another loaded episode of CXC. Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers, guys. Have a nice one.
Thank you.